There's a small temple nestled high in the mountains, where the air is crisp and time seems to flow slower than anywhere else. In this peaceful haven lives a monk whose wisdom has touched the hearts of countless people. One day, a troubled man arrived at the temple. His face was etched with guilt, and his eyes carried the weight of regrets too heavy to bear. He sat before the monk and said, "I blame myself for everything. My failures, my mistakes, the pain I've caused. It all feels like my fault. I don't know how to escape this." The monk listened quietly, his gaze calm and understanding. After a moment, he smiled and said, "Come with me." They walked together in silence, the monk leading the man to a nearby river. The water flowed gently, glistening under the sunlight. The monk picked up a small clay pot and handed it to the man. "Carry this pot," the monk said, "and follow me up the mountain." The man was confused, but did as he was told. The climb was steep, and the man struggled to keep the pot steady. Halfway up, he stumbled, and the pot slipped from his hands. It shattered into pieces on the rocky ground. The man froze, his heart sinking. "I'm sorry," he said, ashamed. "I've ruined it." The monk knelt by the broken pieces and looked at the man. He said, "Why are you upset? This pot was not meant to last forever. Its purpose was to guide you here, to this moment. You see, it's not the pot that matters. It's the lesson it leaves behind." The man sat quietly, watching the river flow. For the first time, he felt the weight of his guilt begin to lift. He realized he had spent so much time punishing himself for the past that he had forgotten to live in the present. The monk's words echoed in his mind, "You are not your mistakes. You are the wisdom you gain from them." From that day on, the man chose a new path, not one of blame, but of growth. He learned to forgive himself, to see his errors as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. This story, shared by the monk, holds a powerful truth for all of us. How often do we carry the broken pieces of our past, weighing ourselves down with guilt and self-blame? But what if, like the man in the story, we let those pieces go? What if we see our past not as a burden, but as a teacher? Your mistakes don't define who you are. They are simply chapters in the book of your life, lessons that shape your future, not chains that bind you to the past. The next time you feel the urge to blame yourself, remember the monk's lesson. Stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" Life isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about forgiving yourself and giving yourself permission to grow. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you'd like to hear more stories like this, stories that inspire reflection and growth, subscribe to this channel. Remember, the journey to peace begins within. Let go of blame, embrace wisdom, and walk forward with lightness in your heart. Until next time.